What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let's start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Y'all thought I might have forgot how to say it after we've been off for a whole week, okay? Because I'm sitting here trying to punch buttons and look at stuff and do this and do that, okay? So we here though.
Yes, we are here. I don't even know you.
I know. What's your name is? What your name is? Man, we you know what? It took us to have all of us off a week. Because some of us be off, some of us come on, but all of us off for a week. Man, it's been like about 5 years for that, right?
It's been a long time.
Man.
A long time. We should do this yearly though.
Yeah. You think? I'm so relaxed right now. I'm so relaxed. But
tonight we get to hear about relationships.
Yeah, tonight is that thing, man. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Like, I tried to shout out everybody that I could that impacted my life, impacted the show, done some things, okay? And in doing that, Gina, you always gonna get some backlash. Where my name at? How come my name wasn't there? I said everyone, basically. If I missed anybody, it is what it is. But, man, my name should have been the first one. No, it shouldn't have.
Oh, wow.
Okay? No, it shouldn't have. Okay? But, it is what it is. Love everybody. What up, Mo?
Mo!
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Gina. Hey, G. Hey, Cuz.
Going on good.
I hope everybody had a great holiday, man. Let's do it again for Christmas.
I am doing it for Christmas because I will be at Disney World.
See this?
For the rich folk.
We're gone. I'm done.
For the rich folk. But hey, everybody,
I'm gonna be like a little kid again.
But everybody, seriously, welcome back, man. We had a break, man. There was a lot of stuff going on in the world. We get to that later on this week. Well, no, we won't, because tomorrow and Wednesday we got some other things going on with the Distinguished Authors Guild. Thank you very much.
We have winners.
But today, our friends from Melanin and Marriage are here again with us. And we just gonna look, Melanin and Marriage folk, we asking some questions. And hey, look, you can put the marriage in it, but take the marriage out. I mean, we want to ask some questions. They're relationship questions, of course, but we want y'all to answer as raw as possible. And when I say raw, I don't mean, get crazy like Tasha did last time, okay? But yeah, I mean, just answer. We like everybody to speak their mind. We want everybody to speak their mind. But anyway, having said that, man.
Hey, G, I want to send a shout out to those Indiana Hoosiers for just winning that Big Ten championship. So
let's go.
Hey,
let's go.
And shout out to Maryville and Andran. Andran actually won state.
Yeah, they did.
All right. And this being a show that goes across the nationals, they don't know who the hell you're talking about. But anyway,
it don't matter. I'm
I know.
Indiana. They should
I
know
know.
I'm Indiana. Those
I know who
Hoosiers,
he's talking about.
those Hoosiers beat Ohio State. They know that.
I was joking.
Ohio know who he's talking about.
Ohio State know Indiana. He heard them.
Oh, y'all ready? Okay, so let's get the other people ready. Okay, Melanin and Marriage is here. Okay, we're going to ask some questions and we're going to have a great time tonight. Let's start off with my brother, Bruh Banks. What's going on, man?
Hey, how y'all doing this evening, man?
Hey,
Good to be here.
Again.
Yeah, happy holiday to you.
Same to you.
Yeah, man. Where my girl, Dr. Marie, S. Marie, where you at?
Good evening.
Hey.
Thank you. How y'all doing?
Hello.
I didn't know what you were talking about, Steve. I do watch sports. I knew what you was talking about.
Yeah. And last but not least, never least, my absent friend, Reverend Pat.
Reverend Pat.
Hey, what's going on?
Reverend Pat, why you be missing the show, man?
What happened?
Why you be missing the show, Reverend Pat?
What did I do, Esme? What was going on?
Remember, you was serving the Lord. Remember,
you was praying for us.
I wanted her to say it.
Stephen got it.
Y'all ain't got to speak for her.
That's number one.
You said, "Ask Marie." Reverend Pat asked me a question. I'm like this. I got to answer.
I was in Maryland for a funeral, so I didn't know if that's what you were talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
He was definitely wasn't talking about that, but my condolences to whomever that was. All right, we love everybody. I gave y'all a shout out as well. Matter of fact, the first day I was doing them shout out to my people at Melanin and Marriage. I did say their names individually, but my thing is this: when people are giving you flowers, accept the flowers, okay? And if they missed you and you know those person, just flower them back anyway. It doesn't make a difference, you know. I don't have to say everybody's name that I know. I know a lot of people. I don't have to say everybody's name. I said people that have impacted my life and this show. You guys are part of it, and I appreciate you guys for being here. And my team is just, man, y'all don't even know. But anyway, let's get to some of these questions here. So everybody in these relationships, man, we go through things and we have disagreements, okay? I guess we call them fights, you know, all right? Arguments. Is there a healthy way to fight? And if there is, what does that look like? Because I don't know.
I'm going to tell you like I always tell you. Fighting's for kids.
Yeah, change the term. You say fight. You know, why can't it be a disagreement? I mean, why does it have to be fight? Fight is aggression. Fight is abusive. Why we have to change our conversation.
Mo.
Well, can we
wait a minute, hold on before you answer, Mo, what's that disclaimer at the end of the show?
You got it, man. Go ahead. You got it.
Go ahead, answer. I'm messing with you.
Go ahead. Do it.
Okay. In disagreements, I learned, and this took maturity. This wasn't like overnight or automatically. When we get into disagreements, the first thing to do is respond with our emotions. That's a reaction. A healthy way is to pause and respond. Because when we respond, we've thought through the issue. We've thought through what we want to say to our partner. But when we're in disagreements fueled by emotion, then we say things that we don't really mean. We take things the wrong way, and that's not healthy. So with maturity comes wisdom. And I learned that I can't react to everything. I have to learn to respond and to stop and to pause and to think and to pray, because it wasn't the way as a young woman. I was a young woman that reacted, period. That's it. 0 to 1,000, no apologies. That's it. So for me, that's the healthy way for me.
Okay. But let me,
all right.
Let me ask you, you're saying right, but when you're in that arguments phase and this and that. You're not trying to pause sometime, okay? You're not. Let's keep it 100. You in it.
Well, I'm
in it.
gonna tell you what a senior told me. Get you a bottle of water, get you a cup of water, take a sip of that water, and then you respond, because now you have time to think. You're not just blurting out things. And that works. I'm telling you, it might sound crazy, but it really does work.
If you have to, for me, it's get a cup of coffee and go off and sit in the garage and just chill for a second.
But what? But he right behind you arguing though.
Who?
Whomever.
Who? Yeah.
I don't think it's
No. When you're with the right person, they know your triggers and they know your actions. They know what that means. When you take that exit, they know what that means. So that's something that's a learned behavior between the two of you. If you don't recognize that this is my pause, then if you continue, then that's on you. That's not on me. That's on you. But I'm doing what I need to do to exit the situation. And like I said, that comes with maturity. That's not something you just wake up with.
You don't want no more of that hot coffee thrown on him.
Grits. Throw some grits at me. I'm gonna have my spoon and my fork and butter waiting. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Marie. You trying to say something?
No, I was laughing at you. I say grit balls.
If somebody throws some grits on me, I might forget that I'm religious.
I know that's
So I ain't having no fork or nothing. You throw something on me, I'm forgetting I was religious.
But I agree wholeheartedly with everything Reverend Pat said. And the thing is, healthy fighting doesn't mean that there's not going to be a disagreement. Doesn't mean that you just don't talk about it. You have to fight to not to win. You have to fight to understand. So that's the type of fighting I think is important when you're trying to find resolution, trying to understand, what's going on, where the disconnect is. You have a reason, but your tone doesn't have to change. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to attack. So when there's cohesiveness and, patience, being patient and listening, that's what healthy fighting is about. And it's truly not fighting. It's trying to understand, trying to figure out where do we go wrong and how can we reconnect.
Right. And that's why we can't use the term fighting.
Right.
We have to start there with conversation. Fighting is something that you did in the schoolyard, all that. We 40, 50, 60 years old. We don't fight.
Like I said, you're getting close, bro. You're getting close. Because like I said earlier, that's the key.
And I agree with you. And just like the Reverend said, I agree everything what she said. And see, you have to be with that person that knows.
Absolutely.
Oh, that
that comes with time and patience, because they're gonna learn when you're triggered. Robert said he knows when I get mad at him because I call him Robert.
Everybody knows.
Any other time I'm calling him
everybody knows when you get mad.
As soon as I say Robert, he knows that I'm angry.
when you pronounce his whole name.
Oh no.
Gina, everybody knows when you get mad, okay? Because you like the eyebrows start moving and the eyes look different, okay? We got you on that, bro. Banks, what you say?
It's funny we should have this particular one because it's what I wrote about in this last issue. When your love goes into overdrive. A lot of times we don't see the fight coming. And I actually like the term the fight because it's a battle. And love, what they say, love is a battlefield.
That's right. Go ahead, Pat.
And so there's good ways in order for us to approach this. But when a lot of times you won't see it coming, and it's going to accelerate so fast that you are going to be in some form of a battle. The question now becomes, how do you maneuver through your words, through your expressions, through your nonverbals, in that situation? Now, it really does come with experience. It comes with maturity. and it comes with understanding of how that person felt when you went into that mode. You can recognize when you hurt somebody's feelings.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows right from wrong, even as kids. And so if we can't always speak at the level of where we are today because we have a broader audience that doesn't have the level of maturity and experience that we have. And so we got to understand that some of these people have this teenage mind, young mind, and still developing from a household that didn't have that type of love and experience that they need to draw from. So I think a fair way to fight is, one, don't use somebody's personal life experiences against them.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the first thing. Don't use vulnerable moments that you confide in someone against them.
Yeah, don't pick the scab off the sore is what he's trying to
And
say.
see, I hear you, Anthony, but see, growing up, my dad taught me one thing. He say, a fight ain't got no rules unless Don King is promoting it. See, you bringing rules to a fight. That's why I don't want to use the term fight.
Yeah,
I got a disclaimer I need to play. Could you give me a screen, please?
No, I hear you on that, and you make a valid point when
you
look
telling me
at it,
how to fight. With a fight, I don't care if I hurt your feelings. That's why I don't want to use the term fight.
Well, but
it's reality though. You do fight. It's reality. You can't sit around and say relationships don't have fights. We do have fights in relationships.
It's a disagreement.
It to a degree it's a disagreement, but when you go into a space inside your heart or your emotions, you don't know if what you're going to say is going to be fair or not, and it's going to trigger someone to respond to how you related to them.
And I understand.
So what he's asking is, how do I negate coming back to you in that fashion?
And the Reverend said it earlier. You have to, one thing we have to learn, it's all learned through experience. They said it earlier. And we learn to take that pause. And if we want, like you said, we have the younger audience, we want them to listen. So we don't want to go on what they was doing. We want to teach them you have to take that pause.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have told me that 20 years ago.
That's defense, though. See, so what you're saying, what your father taught you, is defense. And so
No, I'm not saying what the father taught me. I was talking about what the Reverend said about pausing before you speak.
Yeah, but I'm using your analogy as your father said, to fight. And I'm just saying.
Yeah, I said that with the term.
Right. In a fight, there's defense and offense. And so sometimes we get to a space where we have to be defensive in order to protect ourselves. Right. And so we get to that space and then we have to say, you know what, let's bring it down. I done blocked all the stuff that you threw at me. So let's pause for a second and let's go on offense now. So now I'm not going to throw all of these rabbit punches, all of these hitting you in the back of the head, going outside the color of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And so I think what we need to try to understand is, and I want to reiterate this, hitting below the belt is not the standard that you want to have, because it does nothing but create a situation of abusiveness. And the second part is, fights don't always have to be physical. They can be mental and emotional. And so we want to be able to curb those type of, most fights are going to be emotionally abusive anyway. Before
and they hurt when they knock your ass out emotionally. So let me say something. What my dad said was not right. I want y'all to make you think, no, because like you just said, when they knock your ass out emotionally, that probably hurt worse than Mike Tyson biting your ear.
Well, can we go back to something?
I'm telling you.
Can we go back to something?
Boy, yes.
I'm sorry. What I think my perspective is, if you're with the right person, that person will not go to the below belt. That's something that a person that loves me is not going to do. A person that loves me is not going to bring up with me something from my past that he knows will hurt me or destroy me. That's a person that wants to manipulate me and keep me in a certain space. But the person that loves me knows that if I say this to her, it's going to devastate her. And I love her too much for that, because that's not what we're discussing. That's not what our disagreement is about. I would never do that to the person, to the man that I love. It wouldn't matter what he told me. When in the realm of what we're disagreeing about, I don't want to hurt you so much so that you can't come back from it, because then we're not, now we're battling one another. And that's not a relationship. A relationship requires, you have to know you. Do you know what your triggers are? When something triggers you, do you know that this is the moment where you step away? Because now I'm not dealing with you. Because when we talk about triggers, we're not talking about me and Steve arguing. Now I'm having a disagreement with Stephen and my dad, or Stephen and my ex, or Stephen and somebody else. Because my trigger is not Stephen. His actions are my trigger, but I'm responding as if I'm responding to the person that caused the trigger, if that makes sense. So you have to know yourself.
Well, Reverend,
we're
thank
gonna
you
move
for
on,
saying thank you.
Steve, let's move on. Let's move on to the next question.
Thank you, Reverend.
You're funny, dude. So, which in a relationship, and we're on a broad relationship, not just marriage, but in a relationship, okay? What builds trust faster for you? Is it consistency or transparency? And why?
It's always been transparency, truth for me. Always.
Yeah, I would say both. You know, trust is the fountain. It's like oxygen. You need to be able to trust who you're laying with. And I think about this skit I seen with David Banner. He said, "I will never do business with a man who cheats on his wife." And the reason being is because if that's the person that you made a vow to, and that's how you do them, then why would I want to do business with you? So for me, it's a collective. When you make a vow, you're vowing to love, honor, valor, respect, to show loyalty. So absolutely, it's a mix of everything. Trust is like I said, it's the oxygen, it's the glue that holds your marriage together. And you should be able to put all that into trust. Your loyalty, that comes one and the same. When you're trustworthy, you're consistent. They know that, hey, my mate is always going to tell me the truth, or hey, my friend is always going to tell me the truth. And when you have that amount of trust with someone, everything else just falls in line.
Everything else falls in line. I agree,
And, you know, in my opinion, I think in the very beginning, early on in the relationship, it's going to be consistency.
Consistency. Thank you.
And then transparency will follow. But I think that if you don't have that consistency, you're never going to get to that transparency anyway.
Yeah,
you have to be consistent and be able to, in order to start building trust with that individual. So when that relationship is new and you're growing in it, I think, in my opinion, consistency will be the most important.
No, that's good. That's very true in the very beginning stages. Absolutely, that's what's going to draw you into that person to get to trust. 100% agree.
And a real person just maybe don't use that term because if I'm consistent, I'm just being me. So every day I'm the same person. So I never look at it as consistency because I don't change.
Yeah, but the actions, your actions have to be consistent in order for me to get to that transparency.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
When we start
I think it goes further. I think it goes further than just being you, because we talk about this a lot, how, you know, you're in a relationship and The man may open the door for you in the very beginning, and then as the relationship gets older, now you're opening the door yourself. That consistency is gone. You're looking for that. If that's what you started with, that's what I expect.
I'm gonna open the door anyway. I just expect you to open the door when I have a seizure. That's it. So
but make sure
when
you open that door. Make sure when you open that door, as soon as she put that foot through, you don't close it back because you're angry about the other question that we asked. All right, just make sure that you are consistent. Make sure you hold that door open. Let it get all the way through. Let it get through. Danny Marie says,
"I'm gonna open the door just because I was taught that."
Hold on. Though I believe we would, Danny Marie says, though I believe we would ideally love transparency, but that transparency can still cause some insecurities down the line. And Bobby says the willingness to reason things out together.
Yeah, I think the consistency comes when you are honest and upfront and say this. When I'm talking to young women, I'll tell them, don't start anything with a man that you don't want to continue.
Right there.
Don't do
it. That's right.
Don't do anything.
That's where the mistake comes in, Reverend Pat. That's where the mistake comes in with a lot of relationships. Yeah. You want to do these extra things to win them over, and then you don't want to keep doing it. Don't do things that you don't want to continue to do.
But yes, it
works both ways. If you ain't go cook in 3 years, don't start cooking in 3 months.
Serve them some tuna. Don't.
Hey, Steve.
It's an honesty thing.
Look, let me know at the beginning. Look, I don't cook nothing.
Right. Don't cook for like 3 months, and then 3 years I'm hungry.
Beanie weenies and French fries.
From the restaurant anyway, she didn't even cook it. But it's like when my husband and I, when we got married, he likes to shop almost every other day. He loves to go to the grocery store. That's not a me thing. And I'm certainly not going in a grocery store on a Saturday at 4 o'clock when everybody and their grandmama is in there. So we had to get an understanding. That's your thing. You do that. If you do that, we have no problems. But don't expect me to do that. So he shops. I put away the groceries. Well, one day I was busy. And I was on a call, and he shopped and he brought the groceries and he put them down and he went upstairs all about his married business. Now I'm ticked because I'm like, is he crazy? Why did he leave these? And then the Holy Spirit said, that's what you agree.
For you to put them up.
For you, Pat, put those groceries up. Pat.
Hallelujah.
You know, I would really.
It's consistently. It's consistent. So he wasn't doing it to be
funny,
disrespectful, or
right?
He was doing
but that's what's always done.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brother Banks.
Yeah, I really think transparency for me because I'm a direct communicator.
Nico.
I pretty much have to put my truth on the table because you lead from the front. If you want truth from somebody, put your truth on the table. And once they start seeing that, man, this guy is actually a truth teller and he consistently a truth teller, there's no way I'm going to be able to hide all my lies. Mm-hmm. And so just be a consistent, transparent person and put it out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want. You want somebody to be honest with you. You want somebody to be truthful with you. And you want them to put their best foot forward. Do the same. All this we got to hide behind, we just met and all this other stuff. Put your 21 questions on the table at the coffee shop.
I agree with you, Brother Anthony Banks, 100%, because I do not have time. I ain't got time to work up into, I got epilepsy. No, hey, off the jump. Hey,
that's real talk.
If you can't deal with this, you can't deal with me.
See, so you just show him your epilepsy card.
Hey, we ain't got no cards. Hey, I bring up dope living. I bring up epilepsy, enlightenment, and let them know I'm not just a member. I'm not just the owner. I'm a member also.
Hey, look, Danny Marie says transparent about not finding your partner attractive can cause some insecurity, but if you're consistent, I know you're still trying through the hard seasons. Well,
why don't you speak on what attracts you to them instead of saying you're not attractive? because it's like you're saying something to hurt them. What we were speaking on earlier.
I wasn't attractive to my wife. I wasn't her first choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gym rat. You know what I'm saying? And my body ain't like that. But I tell you what, my consistency of being transparent of who I am, being true to myself, got me lifting. I got a ladder, went to the top shelf and got her. You know, I shot my shot like Kobe.
Did you beg her, Brother Banks? Did you beg
and it was her fault, Brother Banks. She wasn't
like Keith Sweat
and beg.
I agree with
Sweat.
baby, please, baby, please.
She wasn't seeing your attraction yet.
I was like Lenny Williams.
Hey, the best 7-minute song in the world.
Yes,
man.
I ain't mad at you. Bro.
So I feel what she's saying. But you got to be true to yourself when you look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And love yourself. If you don't start with that type of transparency, it's gonna be hard to be transparent to somebody.
That's true.
You can't be transparent to somebody else if you ain't transparency to yourself.
Yeah.
I dealt with it and I ain't making this about seizures, but I dealt with it dealing with epilepsy. I had to learn to live with it before I ever could deal with somebody else.
But you said something real though. Can someone that comes into your life deal with that? You know, are they afraid to deal with that type of illness? Are they afraid to see you in that position? You know, you gotta start choosing some people for to make life decisions for you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Well,
Yeah, you don't want to seizure out and she in the mirror trying to put on her eyelashes.
I don't even date a woman with no eyelashes. That's too young for me. Eyelashes? No.
Dang, Steve.
No, I don't do eyelashes.
So she has no protection for her eyes, then, huh?
No, she can't have no eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
Look, I got a question. I got a question for you all, and I want everybody to get on this one, okay?
Let's go.
And it's a question about the word love and the action of love, okay? Do you feel or do you believe that love is a choice? Is it a feeling or both?
A choice or a feeling?
Yeah.
Or
Is
both.
love a choice?
It's both.
It's both, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You choose to let that feeling come out with a certain person.
Dang. Yeah, that's why I'll put it too then. I'll say it with like Gina.
We said we're reaching a younger audience. You have women and men that have been very hurt from that carry trauma with them. They choose not to love. They choose not to give in to the feelings of love. And when they begin to feel love or companionship, they exit because of the wounds of the past. So love can be both. You can. It's just like anything else. If somebody brought you a puppy, you can choose to take it or tell them to take it back because you don't want it. It's the same thing. But we are created to love. It's not normal not to want to love because you are created in the image of God. So you're created to love. Now, maybe you've been hurt. Maybe you've experienced a bad relationship, a bad divorce, whatever it is. Maybe you witnessed something in your life that said, I want to be loved or I don't want love. But love is something that is in us. If you say you don't love, don't tell me that I love potatoes. I love a good sweet potato pie. I love some greens and some bread.
Stop.
Okay.
Love,
okay,
right?
Reverend, I hear you. But I think when it comes to love, though, what people need to understand in the younger audience, love is not physical.
No, it's not.
Love is not physical. Because if you can't take the sex or the touching and all that out of it and still be in love with that person, you don't love that person.
But isn't love an action word?
Lusting.
Right.
Love is an action word. Love
It
is
is. the action word, but in my personal opinion, I feel like love begins with your feelings, but it's sustained by your choice. You're choosing to stay, you're choosing to put in the work, and that is your choice. So that's why I say both. But I definitely feel like love is so many things, but I agree with Stephen wholeheartedly. It's not physical. You have to think about the cultures that get married not knowing one another. They're going into marriages blind. And it's not because there's a physical attraction. Sometimes they're not attracted to them at all. They find things to love about those individuals over time.
Yeah.
So it's not physical.
I mean,
And it's the best love. If you can love somebody without never seeing them, guess what? It has nothing to do with your looks.
I want to be seen now. Don't get it twisted. At some point, I gotta be seen.
No. I agree, Brother Banks. I didn't.
Wait a minute, you can't show up looking like a Gila monster.
Nah.
They show up with a bag on their head, and you take that bag off.
But I didn't say you ain't seen them because you probably see them like this. I'm saying you ain't been in that vision. In that, yeah.
I'm just bringing light to it, but
hey, but if you fall in love with a gorilla, you can't do nothing but be King Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody mute him, please. You gotta have a mute button.
It is what it is.
So I don't think love is a choice. I think it's an unconditional emotion. And when you with someone and you're around them either daily, every now and then, you start developing feelings and emotions on how they act, how they show themselves. And that's not a choice. It's how they compliment you. You start to fall in love with that person being themselves. And so that's an unconditional emotion. You don't have nothing that's holding you to loving that person. It's how they show up.
Exactly.
And so with that being said, I take the choice out of it because you start feeling something for somebody. After you close that door and they done left and you got your back up against the door and you're breathing all hard and wondering whether or not they coming back the next day, that's love.
Well,
that's lust. What you saying is lust. If you laying on the back of that door, that's lust.
I don't know if it felt like that.
I'm gonna go with Reverend Pat. She was talking earlier about the younger generation and the younger generation not understanding or knowing what that is. A lot of these younger generation cats, they done found the love of their life and don't know they've been sitting next to them for the last 6 months, and that's your best friend, And then they run in the opposite direction when things go a little bit deeper than being a friend. That could be the love of your life. A lot of people don't know the love of their life standing right in front of them because they don't look a physical way or have some certain amount of money. They don't want to be bothered with them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The love of my life was sitting next to me for over 15 years. And I did not know it. And we've been married 19.
Hey, Bobby says that
I have to let my wife
sometimes
tell you
people fall in love with how the other makes them feel. It's selfish. I agree with that, Bobby.
I mean, I agree with that. Hey, Bobby.
Is it selfish though?
It's not. I don't think it's selfish.
If you fall in love with how somebody make you feel, I don't know if it's. She have to expand on that. I don't know if that's selfish or not because
she gonna have to come on here to explain that one.
Right. I can't explain that for her.
That text will be 40 million miles long. It's gonna, yeah.
I ain't gonna say that because that's my bestie, but I can't explain that one.
But isn't that unconditional love when you fall in love with somebody based off of how they make you feel?
Yeah.
That sometimes is a one-way street, even like I was talking about earlier. It turns into a one-way street, and they start thinking about that pain that they got from a relationship or luggage they got from a relationship where it wasn't reciprocal, where the other person didn't feel the same way. So I mean, it's to me, I think it needs to be reciprocal. Don't jump in and stay in there and mess around and get in there and get yourself hurt. And that's what a lot of those younger cats do. I mean,
Bobby said let her on. I'm gonna let her.
I think what she's saying is that the person that only wants to be in the relationship because of the way the other person makes them feel is being selfish. I think she's saying that person is not reciprocating it. That person is not in love with the other person. They're just in love with the way they make
you feel. Okay, Reverend.
They're coming to the relationship in a selfish manner. It's all about them. It's an I mentality. It's not a we mentality. I think that's why she's saying that. I don't think she's saying it's selfish to feel something for someone that you're in love with.
Hey,
I sent you the link, Bobby. Come on.
I did too. It's looking like Brother Banks over there getting in trouble, y'all, because he on his show. Look at him. Baby, just give me 30 more minutes, all right? I just give 30 more minutes. That's all I need. All right. You're over there in trouble, boy. Explaining. Got some explaining to do, Brother Banks. Some explaining. Hey man, we are talking though. This is the Relationship Roundtable, and we have our special guests, man. They help us out every Monday. I appreciate you guys. From Melanin and Marriage. Dr. S. Marie, Brother Banks, Anthony Banks, and Reverend Pat. We love the fact that you guys are coming on and putting some clarity to some of these questions that we have. All right, and we appreciate you. So I am thankful. That's why I put you guys on that list. I am thankful for you guys. Brother Banks, you hear?
I'm with you.
All right, man. Did you get some more time?
I know he has it. He's buying time now. He's buying time. I saw that wallet pop out. All right, let's get to another.
Hey, bro.
These
don't worry about it. Everybody done it.
No, I haven't. Not me. Not I. What?
You're not married.
Stephen mentioned how his father gave him some advice, and I'm quite sure we got advice from every one of our parents. And now we've grown up. Before we do that, okay, I guess Bobby, we're going to give Bobby an opportunity to explain herself for her question. All right, everybody say what's up to Bobby Stretching. What's going on?
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. My best friend.
Now, Bobby, you put it out there. Now you got to explain your.
You got
yourself.
Bobby.
Come on, Bobby.
Bobby, not too much.
Caught yourself in the ringer.
We're ready for you, Bobby.
Come on, break it down. Break it down for us, Bobby.
It looks like she's muted. She ain't got no vocal. Watch this. Go ahead, say something.
Listen, for the younger generation that are watching Dope Living. Listen, for the younger. Am I muted?
No,
you can hear you. For the younger generation that's watching Dope Living, let's go.
Right, because I promote Dope Living. I tell people, come here and listen. Come here and learn. Dope Living has a lot of stuff. Yeah, so listen, you can be in a relationship where you're not worried about the person you're dating. You're honestly looking for a way to mend your heart. You're looking for a way to sustain your happiness, and that's it. That's why as soon as they do one thing, you're trashing them and moving to another relationship. It has nothing to do with that person. It has everything to do with how's your heart feeling, how's your mind coming together, what are your friends able to say about the relationship you're in. So it's selfish, and it only causes you a lot of heartache. Take your time, let those things in me take you, and you'll have room to love somebody else. Thanks for letting me in, Greg. Hey, everybody.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I get what she's saying.
I understand 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we're clear.
But you know what?
We got to listen. We got to understand.
Right.
Go ahead, Ajahn.
No, and I'm just thinking back to the way she opened up. She said a lot of young people. The relationships now are so different. Dating and courting is what we called it, right? Courting. It's different now. And the rules of the game are different.
Yeah.
So a lot of what we went through when we were dating and getting into relationships, it don't even apply now to the younger generation. It's totally different.
And that's why they don't last.
They are, you know, it's and you're right about that, Steve. A lot of them do not last because they are. It's so stuff is going so fast now.
It's superficial.
It's not slow down and let's get to know each other. It's like, hey, and they don't even properly address men. I know these young kids. They don't properly address the woman. They call them shouty. What's up, shouty? You know, what's up, baby? What's up, this and that. Instead of saying, hey, you know, the proper greeting. So chivalry is not dead, but chivalry is misplaced somewhere. It's out there somewhere.
It's limping.
I'm from DC, and shawty is a term of endearment.
See, and
I'm telling you,
for what age group?
Probably my age group, because they don't know nothing about that now. But
I mean, because I wouldn't.
What's up, shawty? That's
I'm not telling I'm not teaching my son nothing like that, and I'm 49 years old, and I just wouldn't show him that. I open the door. If I'm leaving out somewhere and I see a group of people coming in, I'm gonna hold the door. Why? Because that's just me. Because that's how I was taught. And if I want my son to do these things, he has to still see me doing them.
And see, I want to say something.
Right.
I want to say something about the word shouty. Everybody can't say it right. It don't sound right coming out of some people's mouths. It does not. Okay? It does. Now, bro, Betty got it. He got it down pat. Hey, what's up, shouty? All right. I can't do it.
She gonna turn around and smile when he say it. I said she gonna think I didn't. Huh? What's up, shouty?
He put the W in it. I put the R in it. Hey,
you got to put that W in there. That's deep.
Nah,
hey, shorty.
I don't want to be called shouty.
I don't want to become.
I don't want to be called shouty.
I don't.
Trust me, it's for the men. It was a term of endearment and it was cool, but it's not cute. Like there has so many meanings to it. So, but it's what they do. Like 10, 15 years ago, like everybody has their own, but everyone doesn't like it.
15 years ago, you was 15 years younger. People don't understand. Because you said that at 17, don't mean you say it at 47.
Absolutely.
What's up, shorty?
It's called growth. That's why
you going to if somebody my age come up to some little girl and be like, hey, what's up, shorty? I'm going to jail. Okay, I know it. I'm in jail right now. Me and R. Kelly talking about making a new song.
They still use it. Trust me.
I mean, maybe if I was R. Kelly and I could sing it, it'll sound right.
No, it wouldn't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You pulled R. Kelly out of your bag.
Hey, I love R. Kelly, but he said he was sitting. Hey, let's not go there. I've been on fire.
Let's not go. Wait.
I can tell y'all some R.
Give me
Kelly
the disclaimer.
stories,
Give me the disclaimer, Greg.
But
give me a black screen.
I ain't saying nothing about Kelly. I love chaos.
I got one more question for you guys. Okay, like I was starting to say, and thank you, Bobby, for coming on and giving us your answers. Stephen was talking about how his father gave him advice, and of course, we've all gotten advice from our elders. But what's one relationship belief that you grew up with that you no longer agree with? What if they tell you something back in the day and you like, well, no, not now?
I don't know. I can't remember any because of a lot of the relationships that I grew up around was pretty long. I mean, till death do they part, literally. So I mean, it's some stuff that I don't think I could even remember that they told me that didn't apply even to today. You know what I'm saying? So
my pops told me, if you leave a woman or the relationship is over, make sure you leave that woman better financially, emotionally, spiritually. Now, the emotionally, yeah. The spiritually, of course, but you ain't getting a dime out of me if we broke up. It's over. I'm sorry. Not happening.
What if you got babies?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
What if you got
then I'm going to take care of my babies, okay? But she not buying no Prada and no Gucci off of me. It ain't finna happen. Feel free to answer, or better yet, what's one expectation about relationships that you had to unlearn as an adult?
Well, I think, I'm going way back. I think for my generation, the misconception for the father in the home, husband in the home, was that caring for the family was his way of showing that he loved his family. Strictly, I pay the bills, there's food in the house, you have a roof over your head, and that was it. So they eliminated the emotions that goes with loving your family. And that's something that I think a lot of us in my generation had to unlearn, that it was more to a husband and a father than just being the provider. That's the word I'm looking for. That being the provider was enough to show that he cared for his wife and his family as long as he was the provider. Well, now we know that along with being that kind of provider, you also need to have an emotional connection to your children and to your spouse. It's not just about, I put a roof over your head, put on the table, clothes on your back. So the emotional disconnect is something that's hard to come back from or to repair. But I could never say that my father was not a provider, because he was a provider. He came home, put his check on the table. And for him, that covered it all.
Dang,
but there was
all the old school parents used to come home and put their checks on the table, okay, man? Please. My father had a pocket full of change, and when he went to sleep on the floor, we couldn't wait, because it was like it would drip out. I love that. My father showed me love because he knew.
So I mean, that's so true, Reverend, because think about the relationships that actually split up when they came from the South, because the South, most of that you said is what happens, in the South. Those relationships, woman, if I bring a check home and I got the roof over your head, I'm taking care of the kids, that's what I'm supposed to do as a man. That's true. But there's an emotional part of that too. I mean, and that's the part that a lot of relationships forget until later on, of course. That South, coming from the South, a lot of people coming from the South coming up here, their divorce rate shot straight through the roof when they found out that women wasn't taking that no more,
I bet when they put that strap to your butt too, that would love too, wasn't it? Okay, Dr. S. Marie, what do you got to say about this? We run out of time now.
Actually, I agree with Bobby. Her comment, if you want to put up, what happens at home stays at home. I'm a big for that, because I think that's a part of our problem now. A lot of times people say, oh, don't tell anybody, keep it to yourself. And people have unstable relationships to this day because they don't know how to communicate, or they've been basically told to suffer in silence. It was a big pet peeve of mine, which is why I started my mental health, because you don't know the damage that you're doing to someone by shielding them from expressing their feelings and, talking about the things that are going on. So that was a good one for me. Love that. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you for that.
Thanks.
I look too.
Yeah, I'm glad that Dr. S. Marie had expanded on that, because that was an awesome statement, especially in our community of that we kind of grew up where sexual molestation and things of that nature was prevalent in our community, but we didn't find out until we got older.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When our friends start to express themselves a little bit more. But I want to go back to Reverend Pat, because she has said something that I wanted to expand on as well about providing. The other part of that was the woman staying at home being taken care of. And so I want to expand on that too, because I've lived in that type of situation in my first marriage, and also seen it in my dad's marriage to my mom. A lot of women lose themselves staying at home. And then they look for that provider to be everything when they get home. They're already looking for them to provide a specific type of lifestyle. but then they're losing themselves to their peer group. They don't have, so they're not going to compare their lives to the spouse that they're with. They're going to compare their lives to the people they grew up with, their classmates, you know, and things of that nature. So they're going to look at them and see how far along they have gotten. And so I think it's important that they don't lose themselves thinking that I'm going to stay home and let my man take care of me mentality. And I think that was one of the worst scenarios that they could have had, you know, coming up. Because I think it's true. You know, once a man put his money on the table thinking that all he got to do is provide, my dad was like that. And he even said it out of his mouth. I wish I would have gave you all more time than money.
Yeah. My father the same way.
You know, and I think that's the one thing we need to learn is that time needs to be added into that.
Yeah.
My father said the same thing, man.
Get it
And I
back.
just told
I agree.
I told my dad balance. Okay. You know, if you want to, I still want the money, but just balance, bro. You know, give me your time, but give me the money too. Go ahead, Steve, real quick.
I think me and my dad, like, we had never had a conversation truly about when I started having seizures as a man. And we had it maybe this past year. And it was just a different type of conversation where he really got to know me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he never understood epilepsy. He was born in 1948. Like I said before, my daddy said a seizure lasts 4 minutes. It's 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day. Get to work.
That's it.
So, you know, I understand that because as a black man, that's what it was then. Hey, come in, put that check on the table. The kids taken care of. They got school shoes, book rental paid. That's what he do.
He said book rental. I ain't heard that in a minute, man. But anyway.
I mean, yeah. Hey.
Woo, book rental.
I agree that our generation was a bridge to the baby boomers, you know, and how they thought about how life should be. But then they had Jim Crow, they had segregation, they had other.
Just going to say they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they had a lot of things that they had to overcome that we didn't have to.
That's so true.
And so while I was born in 71, you know, the things that I had to overcome was nowhere near just listening to what my dad and them had to go through and stuff like that. So I feel them when they say they want to be that provider and protector. And they don't have room for nothing else because they're getting beat down in society so much that when they come home, they don't have time to be spending with no kids and things of that nature. So I to a degree, I understood, but to your point, I think that's one of the things that we need to take out of our culture. And because, hey, here's the other thing. While they was out there working, the milkman, the post office guy, and the maintenance
Not in my house. Not in my house.
I'm speaking back then. That's why I'm saying to change the narrative.
Don't go there.
You know,
no.
With no milkman, no. See the difference too. They went by vows. How many, like you say, vows are, hey, we here through good and bad, through sickness and health, through death do us part. Right now, death do us part is usually 3 to 7 years.
Here's a question for you on that. Was it vows or image?
Well, my parents, it was vows. So that's all I could speak on. Mine was vows.
Well, for the show,
well, a lot of us,
we got to get out of here. Okay, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, this last comment real quick. Latanya Woodson says, during those times, understanding childhood trauma wasn't talked about from both men and women. Men were taught not to be emotionally connected due to hardships they had to endure. Thank you, Latanya, for that comment. Okay, and Melanin and I keep wanting to say in the back of my head before it comes out, Melanin and Magic. Okay, because you guys are just giving us some magical advice. Magical advice, okay? Yeah.
Melanin and Magic.
Had to make it right, but hey, we appreciate you guys, okay? We're going to see y'all next week, right?
Absolutely.
For sure. Steve, what you got?
Wow. I love the tips. Great tips, great insight. Very, very. Hey, we getting some real tips to put out there for real now.
These ain't real tips. These are emotional tips. Let's go. Steve, what you got?
Hey, it was an awesome show with Melanin and make sure I say it right. I don't want to say Melanin and Marriage. It was an awesome show with them, with family Moby, Gina, G. Happy to be back today. Hey, I know y'all say he was a little live, but hey, y'all gave me a week off. What you expect?
We had to get it. He gonna be quiet the rest of the week, y'all. Okay, Moby.
No, don't you think so?
Give me a dark screen, please. I'm gonna share the screen with you.
Hey, but it was awesome. Go on, Mo.
I want to share a screen with Greg.
What you got, man? If that's what this one.
The disclaimer.
It's a disclaimer.
And there we have it.
That's all I got.
Gina, what you got?
Hey, I enjoy this every Monday. I look forward to this. The tips are great, and I can't wait till next week.
We can't even.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say, Reverend Pat?
Hey, our December issue is out now. Y'all have got to check it out. It is absolutely awesome. The writers did their thing. I'm telling you.
Y'all
check
heard
it out.
her. Y'all heard her. Go check out
right.
Melanin and Marriage.
Check
all right?
it out.
Go check it out. All right. We're gonna have them on here talking of not only our questions, but talking about it. We're gonna get a little different next week, y'all. We're gonna get a little different next week, y'all. Just so y'all know. So y'all hey, come with your A game and Bro Banks, give your woman about $100, man. Tell her leave you alone this time, all right? I'll mess with you.
Pay for an hour and a half.
Tomorrow, man, we got tomorrow we got the winners of the Distinguished Author Guild Award, okay, and Wednesday as well. It's going to be a great show, talking to the winners, seeing how they feel about number one winning, and some of them are repetitive winners, so it's going to be real cool. Next week, though, y'all might want to come on and hang out with us next week, man, because we're going to talk about some things that we had in the past that these kids these people these days wouldn't even believe, like roll up windows on your cars. You know what I mean?
The reason why I'm laughing because I had a little kid just here recently asked. I was in my old truck and said, "What is that?" Looked down there and said, "What's that?" Didn't know what that was. A roll up window. It's the thing to crank the roller window up.
Well, they don't even know how to use a rotary phone.
Right. I mean, they look at it.
Even if they did, okay, we had minutes. We had minutes on our phone, okay?
Minutes on our phone. Minutes.
Come on, man. Minutes.
Hanging up another phone call, I can't get out.
I'm out of minutes.
That's going to be next week. But this week, like I said, the Distinguished Authors Guild is here tomorrow and Wednesday. Rachel is here on Thursday with the CEO Nuggets, man. We are energized right now. We are back, everybody, off of a 1 week hiatus. Y'all better come see us for real, okay? And on Mondays, Melanin and Marriage is here giving us the real, all right? So I don't know what else y'all want in the show. I don't know what else y'all want in the show, but we're giving it all to you guys. Thank you, Melanin and Marriage, for coming on. Dr. S. Marie, Anthony Banks, Reverend Pat. I can't just put you guys and just say Melanin and Marriage and let you go. I got to say your names, all right? Because we appreciate you guys and want everybody.
I don't know why I keep coming last, though. I'm really getting offended.
Because I'm going from the top and I'm going down at the bottom. Okay, let me, you know what? And that's what I was saying earlier, okay? A lot of people, I gave a lot of love and flowers out, all right? And I had a few people say, well, hey, G, you didn't put me out there. Well, my name. I'm not gonna put my finger up because I respect y'all, okay? But anyway, this is Dope Living TV Live, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Have a great evening. Peace.
No.